Officials with the Lawn and Fire Department said the department has had numerous water rescues since 7 a.m., and they are essentially going rescue to rescue. LFD is advising people to avoid low-lying areas. Hi, everyone. Feel the full force of the storm's wrath, and get ready to face the overwhelming power of the floodwaters. In August 2022, a storm with 102 km/h winds hit Crotch, ripping the roofs off several buildings. The state of Florida has been battered by severe storms that have dumped ping-pong ball-sized hail and relentless rain. The wet weather pattern that began to blanket Florida late last week continued through Wednesday as showers and thunderstorms continued, and is forecast to continue through the weekend. The Papadimitriou factory in Greece suffered damage when the tornado swept through, but thankfully all the workers present at the time were safe. Fallen palm fronds and scattered debris, said village manager Wellington. Our public works team responded quickly and worked hard to clear debris from roads and village facilities. Village building inspectors are also assessing damage throughout the community. Life-threatening flash flooding escalated across the South and Ohio Valley this weekend as extreme rainfall triggered a generational event. Thunderstorms and showers are forecast for much of the region throughout the week. Three different storm systems are bringing heavy rain to different portions of the country: Texas, the Midwest, and the West Coast. Flash flooding is a particular concern in Corpus Christi and Houston, where rain is falling on already saturated soils. The Midwest is dealing with a disturbance that will bring a soggy end to the week. The storms brought strong winds, hail, and flash flooding to parts of the state. The National Weather Service Miami issued a thunderstorm warning for Buckhead Ridge in Glades County yesterday. The West Coast is experiencing a potent system that will bring excessive rainfall, and high elevations of the Sierras could experience heavy snow. More than half a foot of rainfall over South Texas swamped communities such as McAllen on Thursday, where authorities warned residents to stay off the roadways until the flooding subsided. Video and photos from the border town showed cars stuck in the high floodwaters and staff scrambling to help patients at a local medical center. With reports of ping-pong ball-sized hail and winds up to 60 miles per hour. Thunderstorms and flooding have historically been a regular occurrence across much of the Sunshine State. Where rain had made its way in. South Texas Health System McAllen is currently addressing minor flooding on the facility's first floor following issues with a stormwater drain, which caused rainwater to spill into areas of the hospital staff, with the medical services provider posted on social media. Another intense video shows hail falling during a thunderstorm and landing in a backyard in Garland, Texas, on Tuesday. In New Orleans, a severe storm dropped golf ball-sized hailstones in New Iberia. Meteorologists said hailstones that large could injure people and animals. At least 17 people have died as a result of the days-long outbreak of destructive weather. 10 deaths have been confirmed in Tennessee alone, as well as 2 in Kentucky and 2 in Missouri. Here's its battery. Hailstones the size of ping-pong balls were also reported in San Ignacio, Texas, according to a storm report from the Storm Prediction Center. Structural damage was reported outside Waco, Texas, where several trees fell and roofs were damaged. Moment, incoming walk-in and ambulance patients are being temporarily diverted to other nearby hospitals. For safety reasons, visitation of patients has been temporarily suspended. Following the heavy rainfall, a flash flood emergency was issued along the Interstate 2 corridor from McAllen to Mercedes, where standing water that was measured in feet was reported. Jasper County, a woman died after a suspected tornado destroyed her mobile home. In Arkansas, flooding ripped apart a railroad bridge, causing a train to derail and tumble into the rising river below. Moisture from the Gulf is interacting with an upper-level disturbance moving in from northern Mexico, focusing heavy rain over Texas, particularly south of the Interstate 10 corridor. Texas Governor Greg Abbott directed the Texas Division of Emergency Management to activate state emergency response resources ahead of increased threats of severe weather and flash flooding in large areas of the state through the weekend.
In rural North Texas, damage was reported to wind turbines in a nearby airport after a severe thunderstorm hit.
A 5-year-old boy was found inside a home in southwest Little Rock. No other details of the death were provided. In Kentucky, hundreds of roads have been closed due to rising floodwaters, mudslides, and rock slides, leaving many communities cut off from vital services. The National Weather Service has issued urgent warnings for residents in the path of the storms to take immediate shelter and stay updated on emergency alerts. The Ohio River Forecast Center says the Kentucky River at the Frankfort Lock is expected to reach 49.5 feet around 8 a.m. Monday. Texas is prepared to deploy all resources needed to support local communities in South and Southeast Texas as they prepare to respond to severe weather and flash flooding, Abbott said. I directed the Texas Division of Emergency Management to activate rescue boats, hoist-capable helicopters, search and rescue teams, and other resources to help local emergency officials respond to heavy rainfall and flash flooding. Some forecast models indicate an additional 3 to 5 inches of rain could fall by Saturday.
Madre de Dios. Sube, que detrás. Mira. Ahora mismo cara chico. Hola gigante.
Footage showed a high-speed storm barreling through the community, causing some trees to appear to fall. The storm was accompanied by large hailstones and looked terrifying. Many residents were unable to leave their homes because it was considered too dangerous. The National Weather Service confirmed wind gusts of 52 miles per hour and ping-pong ball-sized hail fell near Lake Worth Road.
They say they will let the community know when water usage can go back to normal. In a video posted to the Franklin Company Fiscal Court's Facebook page, Frankfort Mayor Lane Wilkerson says that they are closely monitoring updates as they are provided by the National Weather Service and said that the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. prompting NOAA's Weather Prediction Center to issue a level 3 out of 4 risk for flash flooding across South Texas. And yes, this is going to be beneficial rain. But because we have a pretty significant drought going on in this part of the country, when you mix this much rain at a time with a pretty extreme drought, you can end up in a situation where flooding gets really bad in a hurry, the weather meteorologist Ari Sarsaleri said. By Friday and into the weekend, forecast models show increasing uncertainty in how the weather pattern will evolve.
Most of the damage appears to be straight-line wind damage rather than tornado-related. According to meteorologists, a gust of 71 miles per hour occurred near Mandeville, Louisiana, on Tuesday, and several trees were snapped along Woolworth Road, south of Walnut Hill School near the community of Greenwood, Louisiana, the Storm Prediction Center said.
He added all state offices in the area will be closed Monday to help. Deborah Bobbitt can't quite believe that floodwaters could reach into her mother's former home, where she spent much of her childhood in Frankfort, but with the Kentucky River expected to crest at a record level of 49.5 feet following several days of unrelenting rain, her family and friends worked Sunday afternoon to move couches, tables and more from the home along Murray Street.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the latest developments.